sugar free. Shit ain't sweet, motherfuckers. They changed, well, not changed, but they made a stance in the NFL recently, and they're making "Lift Every Voice" the Black National Anthem throughout the NFL before every game for at least, I think, the first 2 games. I think.
Yeah, I believe they said it was gonna be for the first 2 games.
Yeah, so I like that. You know what I'm saying? I think that there's probably gonna be a lot of fans who don't approve of it, for real.
What if some people kneel at the Black National Anthem?
I mean, that's what I would assume they're gonna do.
How we kneeled for the
Oh, you said, well, if the white people do? I thought you said. Then I don't think that wouldn't even be a smack in the face. I don't think there's anything that you could do in this situation.
It would though, because we weren't kneeling to disrespect the national anthem. That's if anybody was following.
They took it as disrespect.
Right. So because they took it as disrespect, they would be doing it to disrespect us, even though our intentions weren't to disrespect them. You know what I'm saying? So it would be a slap in the face.
I sort of feel like the whole stand now is to just kneel, and that's what it is. I think that as a black man in the NFL, you're better off kneeling during the Black National Anthem than standing. I mean, I get it. You can stand too, and it pretty much means the same thing. It's equivalent. But I feel like we were so strong with the kneeling. Like every team was kneeling. Every black person on every NFL team was kneeling. So why not when we have the Black National Anthem, will we just stand up, like? And then is we gonna kneel when the second one come on to the real one, the one that we all know? Was gonna kneel for that one?
I don't think they gonna kneel no more. Niggas not doing that. They not Colin Kaepernick out here.
I think it's almost risky to kneel. It's almost risky to kneel in the NFL because you risk losing your job.
Niggas stopped really doing it after that.
Yeah, like you said, look at Colin. It's
that's crazy.
Did you see what's going on with Disney World and the NFL? I mean, in the NBA.
Disney World and the NBA.
You know they're doing it in the NBA.
Oh yeah. Oh, so they're doing the games, right? In
they're
dome or something
all the
like
games
that.
in the yep. Mm-hmm.
So I heard it's a couple players just like still not for it though. Still not trying to go.
Isn't Kevin Durant one of them?
Yeah, KD was who I was referring to, but I heard there's more. I just not familiar with him, but KD, I heard is not fucking with it. He like, I'm still not about to be playing because the chances of me getting this shit is, everybody getting shit.
A couple of people I know actually got it. One dude went to Putin Bay. Another person, they went to Orlando, and they got it.
So did they or did they not wear masks?
I think that they kind of half-assed their mask.
So it ain't no half stepping.
Went to the strip club, mask on, kind of mask off.
Right. See, I'm going to Myrtle Beach, and every time I'm outside...
Yeah, see, you running that risk by they put a new mandate now saying that everybody has to rock a mask.
Yeah, I'm rocking a mask for sure. I got my Black Lives Matter.
I think I'm actually more frazzled now by the second wave of it, because in the first wave it was like, all right, we gotta rock our mask, and then it kind of just was like, whatever, like I'm tired of rocking these shit. So people kind of died down wearing them, and now the second wave comes, it is almost like, oh shit, it's for real, like
we got
out of nowhere they saying, hey, yo, put these bitches on, and so now I'm just like, oh shit.
That's how I feel about it as well. The first time, I always believed the shit was real. I seen the stories of people dying, but like we said last time, people going to the hospital, they just writing it off as COVID. Mm-hmm. But the fact that they're enforcing the mask, like right now, I see it both sides. I do think it's serious. It has been serious at this point. We're just trying to stop the spread of it with the mask. I agree with it. I don't agree with these Kevins and Karens flipping out on people because they gotta wear masks or they're approached by somebody.
I couldn't even pick up my dog from the groomers because I didn't have a mask. I had to go and buy like some fuck ass mask from Dollar General across the street.
Yeah.
And I'm like, come on, lady, let me get my goddamn dog.
Yeah.
What the fuck? No mask. But at the same time, I have to understand. Like, even at my gym, they're making me get an appointment to go work out at the gym. Like, I have to get an hour slot just to go and lift weights at the gym. I'm like, who the fuck wants to do that? I should just be able to wake up. If I'm feeling sluggish one day, I get there by 9. If I'm feeling good one day, I get there by 8. If I'm feeling amazing, I get there by 7.
Right.
But now I gotta make a time slot to come in. But I understand why, because there's a lot of old folk in my gym. So I don't work out at the average gym. There's a lot of old folk in my gym. So imagine if it just spread out through there, the whole, just everybody dropping dead in the gym. Just like, I don't.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
Do you see what's going on with academics and Meek Mill?
Yeah, they've been at it. They've been like really at it.
I just seen an interview with Snow Billy. Snow Billy's like one of the head honcho Bloods out of New York. You know, so he did some time in prison, and he was one of the people that was over 6'9", and he got a book that came out, and it just describes all these top notch Bloods all throughout like the boroughs of New York City and shit like that, and who's who and who's running the where and shit like that. And pretty much, you know, a lot of shit is valid when it comes down to Shotty. Like Shotty was real live using 6ix9ine, you know what I'm saying? There was more shit going on that we didn't know, more street shit that we really didn't have no clue about that was going on that 6ix9ine really didn't know about neither. Or maybe he knew just a little slither of, but it was it's a lot of backstory and shit. I'm considering getting the book. Nigga name is Snow Billy and shit like that. Yeah,
I'm gonna have to look into the book. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of reading. I just purchased a 50 Cent book. It's pretty good.
How far are you into it?
I'm about at the 4th chapter.
The 4th? You just got it done yesterday, right?
A couple days ago, 2 days ago. I really ain't been on it, but shit, I got to the 4th chapter. It really does pull you in though. Like, it makes you see a different side of 50, and he really like giving free game.
A lot of people say 50 is like an asshole and a dick. He comes off as such a fucking dickhead to people. But I'm like, he's gotta be something else more to the nigga for the reason why he got to where he at right now.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, look where he at right now. Like, look where he really at though. Like, he finesse. He didn't really finesse everything, but he like did his time. He knew what he was doing, and he like for rap. He was in and he was out. He had them hit records. He owned his masters. He you know what I'm saying? He got out. Then he started doing acting.
Yep.
Then he started doing writing books. You know what I'm saying? Power probably like the top paid or rated TV show in cable history. The show that he made. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's gonna go down in the books as African American history as well.
Yeah.
50.
Yeah. Vitamin water.
I think 50 literally just dogs and talks shit about everybody because he knows I don't want to say that he's on top, but because he knows he has such a good catalog. Speaking of catalogs, him and T.I. are going back and forth. They trying to have a little battle, kind of like how
the verses, yeah.
He wants Swizz and Timbaland to be there for it. You know what I'm saying? And
Who do you think would win that? Who do you think would win that?
50 or
T.I.
Or T.I.
Cause
50. Now that I think about it, because I never thought about it, I was just seeing this shit, so I'm like, this is bogus. But for real, like gangster, like cuts, 50.
Well, for sure.
Well, I mean, I'll say like this. 50 is a more, I don't want to say a more established artist, but fuck it, a more established artist. 50 got other shit going on more so than T.I. does. I don't know the ins and outs of T.I. as much as I know 50, but like you said, 50 got books, 50 got movies, 50 got his own shows, 50 got the music, 50 had Pepsi at one point, 50 had Sobe, 50 got his hands on a lot of shit, and I'm sure he got a whole lot more shit that he got his hands into. And I don't know if T.I. got as much, but I'm sure he do, but not as much as 50. And I also know that 50 been around longer. I also know that 50 is more versatile when it comes to like genres of music. He can do pop, he can do R&B, you know what I'm saying? He can do hip hop. I ain't never really seen T.I. do too much pop or hip hop and R&B, you know what I'm saying? All at the same damn time. You get what I'm saying? 50 can come back. Well, T.I. can come back too. T.I. can fall off and come back in a sense. But you see, like 50 don't gotta go on reality TV shows. T.I. did. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just feel like also
just
the actual just like person theirself. I feel like T.I. was kind of trying to appease the fan base and the public and make gangster music, whereas niggas already knew that 50 was gangster. I mean, if you gonna want to be real, 50's whole first album was just straight, just gutter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the second, for all his first like 3 for real. Is after the third album he probably started to get a little more sentimental and shit. He had cuts in there with females and shit. You gotta attract to the female audience.
Right.
But I'm gonna have to edge it to 50. I'm gonna have to edge it to 50. You got T.I.?
No, I got 50 for sure, but I think it wouldn't be as easy as like 50 for sure is gonna win. But T.I. has some cuts. I think they'd be neck to neck with 50 coming out on top though. You know, because 50 did have all that shit.
Neck to neck. How?
Because listen, 50 wasn't as mainstream as T.I. was. Name me 5.
50 wasn't mainstream.
Name me 5 50 Cent songs. Name me 3 50 Cent songs that was on the radio.
Are you dumb? 21 Questions, In the Club, and Even I Get Money. That's some older shit.
Yeah. Okay.
This, I mean, if we just talking like this, like just straight, just went crazy on the radio, just like platinum. Yeah.
Yeah, you right.
What you talking about? But T.I. had some shit. He had shit. But 50, man, look. When it comes to album sales, who got more, 50 or T.I.?
I would probably say 50.
All right, then. So we were going back and forth for.
Right.
But back to fucking Meek Mill and Academics. So, and also I was gonna say it's a lot of niggas in the rap game that probably did snitch. Like I just seen some shit today on the Snow Billy podcast where he said that nigga Mano talked to the feds before. I feel like it's a lot of niggas. It was something like he said that nigga Mano be tough on all these like these little dudes, these niggas that he know ain't about nothing, and everybody know ain't about nothing. It's obvious, but when it come down to some real street shit, he didn't fall through. Like it was an incident, nigga didn't fall through. The nigga said he done walked on the line with y'all. He done walked in the yard with niggas that's co-defendants of Mano, talking down on Mano, talking about shit that Mano did and said. Like nigga, he said he done walked with niggas in the yard that's co-defendants with that nigga. So I'm like, damn, some of the niggas that you think is the realest in the game, you need a lighter?
Yeah.
That's like the realest in the game.
Be some of the most
can fuck around and be. Now I don't know this if this shit is for fact, but you know it's just.
I've heard stories of that. I don't know the
you know
facts,
niggas is fool all the time. So.
But I have heard stories of Mano being serious.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Like a while ago?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Shit be circulating, but niggas don't be giving a damn. If you knew a nigga was a snitch nigga, would you listen to his album faithfully? But the content was good. Like the music was good. Like it's fire. Like it's probably the hottest shit you didn't heard, but you know he a snitch. Still,
Tekashi got some bangers.
But it ain't fire.
But it's some shit you listen to. But I ain't listening to that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. Like, I'm not one of them niggas is... Like, I would say niggas look at his shit just to be like, damn, this nigga, like, really making it. And that's a view, though. You go watch his video just because you want to see him. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, he ain't even getting touched. Like, now, shit that I look at, like, I'll see some shit of how he made his video. He made his video in his house. Had the screen, the walls painted and shit. Had the effects. All his videos that he been putting out has been in his house. That shit I watch.
Don't nobody, but you gotta think about it. Don't nobody really support him right now no more.
No, I ain't support him.
Like his music is on a decline. You know what I'm saying? Like I was kind of shocked when I seen how you feel about, you know, because I seen something with Vlad was talking to Adam 22. And it kind of made sense. And I had said this to myself before, but I never said it out loud on the podcast. But I feel like Nicki Minaj doesn't really have that much of an issue dealing with people who have past pedophilia ways. Like her brother got locked up for some shit like that. Her man got locked up for some shit like that. Now niggas be all like, oh nigga, you could piss on a tree in the schoolyard and get knocked for some shit like that. And they saying that's some shit that he did. But for me personally, I feel like once you had that over you, I don't give a fuck what it is, nigga. You should have known better to be fucking pissing in the fucking schoolyard and fucking tree. What type of nut that? Come on, my nigga. Is that really what you did?
Yeah.
Is that really what you did?
Who about to do that? You know this is school.
And if you did, you not about to get that much time for that shit. Like when it come down to it, when they really see what the fuck it is, yeah, you gonna get knocked with that shit, pedophilia, whatever, or fucking whatever the shit is. But when it come down to it, you're not gonna get that much time for pissing on a tree in the schoolyard. If anything, you might do some time and get some probation, community service, or some shit like that. When you doing years, my nigga, what the fuck? You did some shit. Right. So Vlad pretty much was saying that Nicki seems to not have that many morals when it comes to dealing with men with the past pedophilia ways. And I had said that a while ago. I'm like, I feel like she kind of don't give a damn. And then she coming out talking to 6ix9ine saying like, fuck it, like you good, like, so what, you snitch? You did what you had to do so you can keep living and feed your family and put money in your pockets. And I'm like, I hear that, but at the same time, this nigga done threw a lot of niggas' lives away. The only nigga's life that's really, in a sense, worthy of being thrown away was Shotty's, because Shotty's was using him. But at the same time, that's what a street nigga gonna do. He should have expected that. So it's just the fact that he was just so naive. So it kind of threw me back when I seen Nicki saying that shit. You know?
Yeah, I think she just really did that for the check, for the personal gains, because, you know, since he been home, all his shit been going like crazy. Like his views, his streams, his numbers, they've been going dummy. And so I think she saw it as a way to, you know, get some gains, which that's what happened. So I mean, but I don't respect that though. I mean, because you shouldn't have to do that. You Nicki Minaj, and if you carry yourself, if you talk the shit that you talk in your rap, in your music, and you carry yourself a certain way, then I think, I don't know, you should live by that. For example, 50 Cent said in his book, he was and this is something that I said. I've always said this. No disrespect to this nigga. I fuck with Pac. Pac was a fucking legend. But if you watch early videos of that nigga Tupac, he wasn't like a hood or a street nigga.
Not at all.
He was a very articulate, artsy young man that went to like the School of the Arts or whatever city he was in, right? And as he grew up, he took this persona of this, you know what I'm saying, this music that he, in this lifestyle that he wanted to live. He not necessarily wasn't that person, but it's like the way 50 described it was like,
I don't know. I kind of feel like Tupac, in a sense, just was a follower because he wasn't a street nigga. Like, we were seeing, he went to art school, and I ain't saying that you can't be a street nigga or have some type of struggle or be from the street at all going to art school. But I'm just saying, just in his mannerisms, he wasn't coming off as a nigga that you would think would be in the street. Right. So how is it that 1 minute you talking with all this flamboyancy and shit like that, and then 5 years, 6 years, 7 years later, you a thug.
You a thug. You
killing niggas and shit like that. I'm not saying that he didn't get down, because I heard plenty of stories and watched plenty of interviews where I heard the niggas and did plenty of shit with motherfuckers and fought. But I'm just saying, I just feel like he kind of wasn't being his true self at times.
Yeah.
I feel like he might have spoken in his music at times, but I feel like when the cameras got on and he was around his niggas, it was a character. It wasn't really him. You get what I'm saying?
No, absolutely. And I think that's exactly what it was, though, because like you said, he was way different growing up. Way different growing up. Like when he was, you know, a kid in interviews and shit. And then I think everything that came with that street life is what he endured. Like all the fights, all the stories that you may heard, all the times him getting shot. That came with him living the life that he was, you know, trying to portray. And he knew that. I think he was okay with that. But I don't, like you said, I don't think he was living his true self, being his true self.
Nah. You think that academics is a culture vulture?
Yeah. Like he has no relevancy in the culture, in my opinion. Like, what is he here to do? What is he here for?
Well, for the longest, I mean, I think it's. I'm trying to think of how long they've been saying that he's been a culture vulture, but I feel like they've been saying it for a little while. But for the longest, the niggas wasn't talking down on him. Niggas was going to him just to get the facts on what shit was. This is stay updated. Like he's like the news. He's like the news reporter for hip hop, or one of the news reporters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
I think a lot of niggas are probably mad that he has close connections and has bread. He got some bread and has close ties with a lot of industry dudes. Not fan. Well, probably some fans, but I think more so rappers and artists and shit like that. I feel like they probably feel some type of way because he cool with certain niggas, and it's like, how the fuck is this nigga getting this cool with this nigga and this nigga? Because he does come off in a sense like as a square. I'm not even gonna lie. He does come off as a square. He doesn't, you know, admit to be a street nigga. But I feel like he does have a lot of validity. A lot of shit that he does say and talk about, he can back up. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like that I don't want to say that he always come with facts, you know, but I feel like the shit that he come up with, he don't really pull out of his ass all the time.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? It be having some type of credibility.
But my problem with that is that, you feel me, sometimes he be speaking on shit that I don't think he should speak on, though. Because sometimes, I don't know, but then that's your job, I guess, as a reporter. I think it's just seen in a different light because of how he puts the stories out there. I think that's what really does it for me. It's not like, I don't know, he be like coming for people, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he got a personal vendetta with somebody. And that's what causes the conflict and all the other shit that, like how he came for Chrissy Teigen.
Mm-hmm.
He had no reason to do that. from him. I think that he talks out.
Well,
of
that's
place.
when the ego comes in. You know, once you get to a certain level and you get a certain amount of bread, and you know, it's just an ego thing. I feel like a lot of times people move off their ego. You know, you see, Kanye said that he had coronavirus way back in February.
I did see that. I heard that he was trying to run for president. He said he's running for president.
Would you vote for Kanye if he ran for president?
Absolutely not.
Why not?
Kanye would, in my opinion, be probably worse than Trump because he's literally just another dude with billions of dollars that could buy, you know, the office of presidency. You know what I'm saying? To be like, I'm the president, how Trump did it. And that's his real competition. But I don't think he's mentally competent to run the country. Like, just today I saw something where his family said he's having bipolar episodes and like they worried and shit. Feel me? What if he just go and
the Kardashian family said that?
What if he just go and bomb some shit? Bomb North Korea just because he having a mental episode and shit like that.
I wonder what be going through Kanye's mind at times to make him want to say these things or do these things. Remember he had that outburst or that outlash, I should say, at the TMZ studios.
Yeah. And
he had talked to, I think, Van Lathan or something like that. And he was like, "What the fuck is going on with you? Like, you need to chill out. Like, we worried about you."
Right.
Yeah, I think we spoke about this on previous podcasts way before, but I think the death of his mother definitely does have something to do with the way that he acts and moves and shit like that. You know?
For sure.
But I also, know that he's like one of the richest men in the world right now. Like he broke I think, did he break $1 billion?
Yeah, that's what I said. He's another billion.
Like, he
has billions of dollars.
So, but I think like I said, egos. I think there's levels to money. I think there's levels to that shit. And I feel like like Jeffrey Epstein, who's to say Kanye don't got a secret island? He's fucking around with bitches and shit like that on the slide.